Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, and today we're going to look at SCHD. Should you still be holding it? Maybe you should be looking elsewhere. And we'll talk about my thoughts on SCHD. If that's what you're looking for, stick around. So my name is Brad, and I've been retired now for over a year, and I've been actually doing fairly well. I started this YouTube channel to help people out understand what's going on with different funds. And we're going to talk about SCHD today, and we're going to look at what they're doing and maybe some alternatives. The first thing you need to know about SCHD is, hey, they're going to be paying somewhere around that 3 to 4%. So if you're living on that 4% rule, oh, well, you might have a fund for you, but probably not. This is probably something you probably want to look elsewhere. But the Sharpe ratio is 0.18. The standard deviation is 15%. They're paying you right around that 3.8, 3.9% in a distribution. If we looked at this fund and see how it's done over a period of time, you notice that 10 years, hey, it did pretty good. It was a high-ranking Morningstar. 5 years, not so good. 3 years, bottom 25%. Last year, 1 year, it's below 25% on the Morningstar rating. That makes you start to wonder about the funds. But hey, if you invested in this, you can see how well you have done. It's not that great, but it's okay. You can see the worst years and the best years, but it's been around for a while. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what they actually have. So the top 3 sectors, and I want you to remember this very much. This should be on the top of your thought process for this fund. Their top 3 sectors is energy, consumer staples, and healthcare. Those are the top 3 sectors. 19%, 18%, and 15% of this fund is in those 3 sectors. So why is that important? Why do we have to know that these 3 sectors is so important to the fund and how the fund operates? So if you go out to Seeking Alpha, link down below. If you're not a member, you can see how these sectors have actually done. And if you look at healthcare, for 1 year, it's almost down 4.5%. The 3 year, it's only up 15%. Energy is down on a 1 year chart, 4%. And you can see on a 3 year for energy, it's only up 8.3%. That's so good. Consumer staples, 1 year chart, down 4.9% and only up on the 3 years, 14%. Those 3 sectors are the worst 3 sectors on the 3 year average. So you have the top 3 sectors in the fund have been the worst performing sectors for the last 3 years. Let's go on and take a look at the charts and maybe give you some alternatives and other thoughts that you might be interested in. So if I compare SCHD to SPYI, you can see there is a period of time back in 2022 that it actually was beating SPYI, and it has greatly fallen off from that actual being the favorite child. It has not done as well, and you can see that on the chart. But let's talk about some alternatives. There's got to be other things out there that you could hold and do a little bit better than actually holding SCHD. I'm not a big fan of JEPI, but if I put JEPI up against it, and this is on a longer chart, 3 years, you can see that JEPI is doing better than this. But better yet, a 12% payer named SPYI has done better also. Twice as good, actually. So you sit back and go, why should I hold SCHD when I can actually hold something like SPYI? People also know that I'm a little more into the technology and where things are going in the marketplace, because you should be staying up with the market. So let's take a quick look at other alternatives to this that you might be interested in and seeing how well they've actually done. And I'm going to put SCHD up against SPYI again, but I'm going to throw in CHPY and SOXY. If you don't know these two funds, they're from YieldMax, but actually SOXY is beating SPYI on NAV. What? So everybody complains about NAV erosion. Actually, the actual NAV of SOXY by itself, no total returns, is beating SPYI. And you can see that it's total returns since April. And why did you use April, Brad? Because some of these funds haven't been out long enough. Actually, SOXY, a 12% payer, is beating both SPYI and CHPY. 12% payer might be something that you're interested in compared to a 4% payer of SCHD. Now, CHPY, on the other hand, is a little more into different type of options and option styles, but it also clearly beats SCHD and SPYI. I actually hold SPYI, CHPY, and SOXY. Just to let you know, I'm actually holding these because SCHD, not so good. Now, maybe you don't know about SOXY. Maybe you don't understand what SOXY is. It's on semiconductors. Right now, everything's being made with a chip. So all those chip manufacturers are doing very well because that is technology, and technology is really demonstrated. That is where the focus is today. It's also based on SOX. So let's bring up SOX on a chart. If I look at SOX on a chart, you can see how SOX compares to SCHD on a 5-year chart. It does more than twice as good as SCHD on a 5-year chart for semiconductors. Just to let you know, maybe you need to be looking at what is moving in the market. You need to stay up to what's moving the market and moving the market forward. So how do I keep track of my distributions? Well, I use Snowball. Snowball tells me what's coming in and forecasts what's coming in next month throughout the whole year. So I can actually have a little bit of planning because I do have some quarterly pairs, weekly pairs, and monthly pairs. So it gives me a good, clear view of what is coming in next week, next month, next quarter. If you find this video entertaining and educational, feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Until next time, God bless.